The Beautiful Demon. In the quiet town of Umuri, there lived a woman whose beauty was almost impossible to describe. Her name was Amara. Whenever she walked through the market, conversations stopped. Men stared. Women whispered. Even children turned around to look at her. Her skin glowed like polished bronze. Her smile could make a stranger feel like an old friend. And her voice was soft enough to calm an angry heart. But there was one strange thing about Amara. Nobody knew where she came from. She had appeared in Umuri one rainy evening, carrying only a small black suitcase. She rented a beautiful house at the edge of the village and began selling expensive perfumes and women's clothing. Within months, she became one of the richest women in town. And then something strange began to happen. The men who became close to Amara started changing. The first was Chief Nwosu. He was a wealthy married man with 3 children. After meeting Amara, he suddenly stopped going home. He bought her expensive gifts. He built her a new house. And when his wife confronted him, he told her something that shocked everyone. Amara is the only woman who truly understands me. 3 weeks later, Chief Nwosu died suddenly. The village mourned him. But Amara? She attended the funeral wearing a black dress and dark sunglasses. She cried. Her tears looked real. But an old woman standing nearby noticed something strange. Amara's lips were slightly curved upward. The old woman immediately whispered, "That woman is not normal." Nobody listened until it happened again. A young businessman named Chiki fell deeply in love with Amara. He promised to marry her. But just 2 days before their traditional marriage, Cheek disappeared. His family searched everywhere. 3 days later, his body was found inside his car. There were no wounds, no signs of robbery. Only one thing was found in his hand, a small black rose. The same black rose Amara always wore in her hair. Fear spread through Umuri. People began whispering, "Who is this woman? Where did she come from? Why do men die after getting close to her?" Then one night, a young woman named Neka decided to find out the truth. Neka was not afraid of Amara. She secretly followed her one evening. Amara left her house around midnight and walked toward the abandoned forest behind the village. Neka followed quietly. Deep inside the forest, Amara stopped beside an old shrine. Then she opened her black suitcase. Neka covered her mouth to stop herself from screaming. Inside the suitcase were photographs. Dozens of photographs. Pictures of men, dead men. And beneath each photograph was a date. Neka stepped backward. Unfortunately, she stepped on a dry branch. Crack. Amara slowly turned around. Her beautiful smile disappeared. Neka. Neka froze. "How long have you been following me?" Neka couldn't speak. Amara walked toward her. For the first time, Neka saw something terrifying in those beautiful eyes, something that didn't look human. But just as Amara reached her, she whispered, "Run." Neka stared at her. "Run before they find you." "Who?" Amara looked toward the darkness behind Neka, and her face suddenly filled with fear. "They're coming for me too." Neka turned around. There was nobody there. When she turned back, Amara had disappeared. The following morning, Neka went to Amara's house. The house was empty. The furniture was gone. The perfume shop was gone. There was no sign that Amara had ever lived there. But on Neka's doorstep was a black rose, and underneath it was a handwritten note. "You are the only one who knows the truth. Now they will come for you." Neka's hands began to shake, because below the message was something even more terrifying. A photograph. Her own photograph. And beneath it was tomorrow's date. To be continued. The secret of the beautiful demon was Amara